Hello and welcome to Cursed Rollers, where the only thing more cursed than our dice is the campaign we're playing. Before we jump into the game, let's greet our cast, starting with our awesome DM.
Hi, I'm Celeste. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the DM.
Hi, I'm Kat. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm playing Typha.
Hi, I'm Feli. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Dawn.
Hi, I'm Coffee. My pronouns are he, they, and I'm playing Prince. The content warnings for this episode are as follows: talk of murder and ghost. Sound effects and music credits can be found in the description below. For this episode, there is artwork on the screen, so I recommend watching the YouTube version. Enjoy the show!
Last session, we started off with Prince getting blood from Ismark, then everyone went to bed. In the morning, the party planned to go to the Vistani camp. They ended up being joined by a strange man in a colourful outfit called Rictavio. After an awkward conversation and walk, they reached the Vistani camp, which was mostly empty. After doing some investigation, and they found Luvash, a leader of this group of Vistani, who had sent everyone off to find his daughter. The party talked to Luvash, asking him for help, specifically Typha asked him for help for finding her parents. Luvash told them that he was preoccupied and wouldn't help anyone until they helped him. So the party obviously did that. They offered to give, Luvash told them to go into the city to look for his daughter. The party headed back to Valakai and went to the church where they saw some kids there the previous day. They followed a lead, eventually going to this old man's house. Prince couldn't go inside, but the other two could. Typha and Dawn investigating, finding a book with notes from an old man saying that he had a plan to get the fish back in the lake. Typha called everyone to run to the lake, where they found an old man, a strange tall lady, and a Vistani child that was tied up. After some tense negotiation with the lady, they got the kid back by owing a favor to the strange lady, who told them that they had to kill a druid in the north part of the lake, or above the lake, or just the druid of the north is what she said. While leaving, the lady revealed herself to be a lake hag, which is a Feywild creature, so they made a promise to a Fey creature, essentially. The party headed back to the Vistani camp with the unconscious child, returned her back to safety, and Luvash offered to help Typha and pay Dawn and Prince in treasure. While bringing the party to a treasure cart, Luvash gave a speech about Frida the Betrayer, who her actions had led to the Vistani's favor with Strahd to be lost. The party gained treasure from the cart, and then Luvash told Typha about her uncle, Dol, should be returning back to the Vistani camp at some point. The party waited until they started seeing some Vistani people coming back, and somebody stopping at recognition with Typha. So we leave off with that. You see this tall-ish, slightly taller than Typha, dark brown skin, like half elf, half dusk elf Vistani, just kind of looking up, a bit confused and trying, clearly thinking about something, but clearly recognizes you, Typha.
Are you? Well, actually, how far away are they?
They stop for a second, and they're slowly approaching. You can go over to them.
I will slowly approach them as well.
They do. What is your name?
I'm Typha.
You see immediately this man has a extremely happy but slightly sad expression, but he's immediately going to try and hug you.
She'll accept it.
Okay, yeah. And he just says, Typha, you're back. Why are you here? This is not. I'm happy to see you. They seem very shocked, and I don't know.
What do you mean I'm back?
Well, you were here before. This is where you grew up. This is your home. Your first home, anyway. Home for a Vistani, but your home.
Sorry, I'm loving the in the back.
The tea.
Is that actually Priest or is it just you? Priest? Priest. I've changed his name. He's now Priest.
Do
What
you
do
not
what do you mean?
remember anything?
Not really.
That is sad. You see immediately he's kind of looking around. Come with me. Come to my hovel.
Okay. She's gonna follow quite happily.
Is everyone else? What are you two doing?
Typha has no brain.
Prince has been watching this very awkwardly. He's now gonna look at Dawn with the same awkwardness.
She's gonna stop and be like, 1 second, and then she'll wave at you both to come over. I don't know how Doll reacts to that, but she's waving at you both to come over.
Dawn will not know what that means. She just smile and wave back.
Prince will gently nudge Dawn towards you to give her an idea of what this means.
Oh, okay, we go.
Yes, yes, we should approach.
So you two are following them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless he doesn't want us to.
No, he seems happy to.
Okay.
He leads the three of you into this. Like I said before, there was these kind of small houses, cottages that are almost built into this like weirdly like large hill, and they're just kind of almost built into it. Some of them are like facing away. It's just a small, very small community here. And he leads you to his one. He has like 2 wagons. This one's slightly bigger and is kind of adorned with very clearly elvish stuff, like elvish designs and some Vistanic designs alongside it. And the 2 wagons are similar. One of the wagons is kind of a plain Vistani wagon with all their design. Well, not plain for a Vistani wagon, but it's just a Vistani wagon. The other one is clearly built to be a mixture of the 2. But he leads you into his little hovel. There's also 4 horses outside of his home, just kind of waiting. But yeah, he leads you in. Unless you wanted to do anything else.
Nope, I'm just gonna walk in and be like,
Yes.
Nice place you have here. I grew up here?
Well, so leading you in, obviously this is just a small cottage. There's part of it, like half of the building, it's kind of tall, but like half of the upstairs is kind of cut off, so it's like just there's a ladder, there's a staircase, then it goes to like this upstairs where you see like 2 beds, and then the downstairs is like a small kitchen and dining table and a sitting room. And he leads you there, and he says, well, you traveled with your parent, Ezzy, who liked going out adventuring a lot more often. So you came here a long time ago, but you actually grew up in the wagon outside.
We did?
Yes, you did. You were hatched right in there.
Hatched?
Yes, you were an egg.
What?
You were an egg.
Dawn's just nodding like yes.
Egg?
All as I know.
Well, I mean,
Nasty
Ezzy
scumbags.
could not give birth, so where do you think you came from?
Sorry, Prince is just like me. Prince is trying to stifle his laughter.
Ezzy couldn't. But
Ezzy could
how
not
did
give
Ezzy
birth.
have an egg then?
Ezzy didn't lay the egg. Kai laid the egg. Your parent.
I'm laughing. Typha is just sat there like rubbing her temples, trying to figure out how the flip this works.
Typha's
That's
going through.
nothing to worry about.
Am I a bird? No, I live in the water. Am I a
Fish come from
frog?
eggs.
Fish?
Fish.
Typha's not a fish, she's primordial.
Primordial.
Kinda.
It's a good egg, though.
She is
Good.
primordial.
She kind of half like give Dawn a bit of a weird look for calling her a good egg.
She was a very good egg.
I'm so glad.
Right.
But yeah, you're half a primordial, which is the genie and other elementals.
Okay. And
The-
Ezzy is my other parent. Where is
Ezzy
Ezzy?
is the other parent. Ezzy, this is what I need to talk to you about. I'm very happy to see you, Typha. You've come
Right.
at a precarious time. You see that they are trying to figure out a way to word this. The Vestani are divided at the moment, kind of, and Ezzy went out looking for something. I think they said it was some sort of library, but they have not returned, and I am worried. I do not have any sort of capabilities to protect myself without like a group. And my home is here, obviously, but Ezzy has not come home.
How long has Ezzy been gone?
They went a month ago, and they told me it would be a short trip. They didn't even take the wagon, and they have not come home, and I worry. Ezzy is strong enough. They practice magic, so, but I still worry.
Huh. I would like Typha to just sit in silence for a few minutes trying to process all this. There's a lot to have found out. Predominantly, she's still a bit concerned that she was born from an egg.
While Typha is puzzling over the implications of being an egg, Prince will ask questions. So, you said Ezzy was looking for a library. You said, do you know roughly?
You have friends. I have not even introduced myself. I am Dol. I am Typha's uncle.
Ah,
And you are?
right. Yes. I am Prince. Prince gestures to Dawn as if to say, "Go on, introduce yourself."
I am Dawn. Are you also a good egg?
I was not born out of an egg.
Where was I? I still don't understand this. Just in the background, quietly muttering to herself.
I have drawings of the egg in the wagon.
You're
The
gonna
pillow
Can I
that we
see
laid the
them?
egg on in the wagon.
Can I see them?
Yes. We should probably talk about a couple of things.
Right. Yes.
I mean, we can talk in the wagon if you want to.
Yes.
It's the family wagon, so you have some ownership over it. And I already have my father's wagon, who is sadly gone.
My
Hmm?
grandfather. That would be my grandfather, right?
Yes, that was. There are two wagons outside. There is our father's, well, your grandfather's wagon, who is just a Vistani man. Grew up in with this village, and he passed away after after your grandmother was killed.
I'm here
He
looking for one parent. I have found a lot more family, and most of them are dead. This is not.
this
was not
is
the
what we
plan.
should talk about. If you do not remember these things, and I guess we would not have told you since you were so young. You are so old now. I guess you went to the Feywild, so that would make sense.
How do you
But you
know?
are old. Hmm? Of course I knew.
Why did I go to? Why was I taken away?
Oh, um, I don't know all the details about what happened. I'm sure you probably remember some of the stuff, but
Not really.
some on the trip, you were taken by these people. You were kidnapped, and we looked for you for a while. As you used magically contacted Kai, who immediately came. And after Kai rescued you, you were taken to the Feywild as Kai realized the dangers of the material plane and the dangers of Barovia. You were taken whilst outside of Barovia. Kai would not step inside. For they knew for as he told them why. And that Kai would not survive, would not be able to leave. And Kai liked to wander, from what I was told. It was just a very... Kai realized how important, my interpretation of it anyway, Kai realized how important you were and how dangerous the world was, and knew someone very powerful, and they took you there.
Oh, you mean Iris's mom?
Yes.
Can I get Iris out my pocket at this point? Iris has not yet met. God, I've just realised.
Iris has been sleeping.
Iris, wake up!
But I was having a dream.
But I have an uncle.
Oh, you got an uncle? She immediately just jumps out and sits on your head. Hi, strange tall man. And hi, little fairy.
Apologies, I'm making you talk to yourself.
I am Doll. And I'm Iris. I'm Typha's sister. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. I guess your adopted sister. Is what she says true? Did Kai have another child?
Who is your... I know your mom.
We don't talk about my dad.
Oh.
Oh.
But
Okay.
anyway.
It's definitely at least adopted.
Adopted, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go back to sleep because I'm tired. And she falls back into your pocket.
Just gonna glare at her and then pat her head.
Yes. That is interesting. So Iris's mother, I guess, is apparently some sort of archfey. So, what I was told.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Prince just stares at Typha. His eyes are a little bit wide.
Typha's just looking back all innocent. She doesn't really have much of a clue what this means. She just knows that she grew up with a nice lady. Somewhere safe, you know? This is all this means to her.
Well, it clearly means something to Prince, but he's not going to elaborate.
At this point, Doll is just making you some drinks and just some nice food.
Wow.
Wait, aren't
Thank
Fays
you.
like rulers of different parts of the Feywild?
Pardon?
Typha, are you a princess?
What? No, apparently I'm an elf and a Vistani and a genie, and I was born
And
from
an
an
egg.
egg. And I need to sit. I'm already sitting down.
Typha, you're alright.
And I have grandparents, but they're both dead. And
Typha,
apparently I might have a wagon. And,
Typha,
Yes.
and I grew up here, but I don't remember it.
Typha, you're alright. I know that it's a lot to take in, but, I mean, at least you're here now. Now you actually get to learn these things. You previously didn't know them. That's something good at the very least, right?
Yes, and I have an uncle, and that's good too. And she smiles, kind of like tries to smile properly, but it's still a bit shaky because there's a lot of like stuff going through her head.
He sits down next
to
to you
learn.
and just puts his hand on your shoulder. It will be fine. There's some other stuff that you probably need to know. But I'm assuming now is not a good time to talk about that.
But
I mean,
I
I hate to be intrusive, but I did have a question.
Yes.
So you said,
Ezzy.
Hezzy,
Yes.
you said that they have gone traveling and not returned.
Mhm.
Are you wanting help to locate them? Because if you have any idea of roughly where this library is, we could potentially go on an exploration and try and recover her.
Yes.
Typha's just gonna look at you and recover them.
Them? Oh, my apologies, them.
But Typha's just gonna look at you and be like, "Of course we're going to find Ezzy."
Yes.
Why did you?
I'm
That's not a-
asking for directions, or at least a rough idea of where we're supposed to go.
I would like for you to try and find Ezzy. I know that the only thing I know is that they were looking for some sort of hidden library.
Didn't we have to
that
look
is-
for that?
Pardon?
I'm because I apologize. I'm trying not to interrupt, but I think she would have interrupted and just looked. Didn't we have to look for that? Didn't someone want us to look for that? A hidden library? Somebody mention it. The cartographer.
Dungeon Master?
No.
Did they?
The cartographer asked you to look for a religious site that is by this windmill down the road that
Oh,
you've already
wow.
traveled.
Okay, the cartographer
Where on
asked for a
earth
very
have I
different
got
thing.
this hidden library from in
Yeah,
my head? Then
I've got notes about a hidden library as well. Where it must.
You've got notes because of a hidden. You know why? I know why.
I no, they are different notes. I just we must have been told something last session, but I can't remember what.
I believe actually that maybe Luvash might have said it offhandedly, like they were
yeah.
looking for some sort of library.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So it might have
yes,
been like
that's it. That's it.
So, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Apologies, but yes.
So
Apparently, it's a decision I just made.
there's this library that we wanted because they had some sort of information of this land, and it's close by, close enough to walk apparently. So that's all I know.
Is it a direction, maybe north, south, east, west?
No, sadly, just close by. I don't imagine it would be anywhere too dangerous, so not within the forest at the very least. So I guess that would leave the mountains or somewhere near Valaki. If you can find someone who is knowledgeable about these things.
Right. Well, I mean, I think we know a guy.
You know.
We did meet someone who knows a lot about maps, so.
Yes. I guess it might be wise to start there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other questions you have to ask me, or?
I have so many questions. Can I go see the wagon?
Yes. If you're actually going to find Ezzy, and this is the family wagon, and I've already got a wagon from my father. Then why are you here?
To look for Ezzy.
You're looking
I
for
didn't know
Ezzy.
Ezzy was their name. And Kai's missing.
Kai is missing.
I came here to find Kai, but I knew that Kai was meeting my other parent. Kai wouldn't tell me their name or anything. This is the first time. Kai didn't mention you either.
Kai
I think
Kai
Kai
is
was
a
trying to.
strange person. They're primordial of born under Scorpio, no less. So a lot of information just sticks to their chest. If you understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's intentional. I think that it just didn't come up, and they didn't think to tell, or they thought that it would come up in time. I don't know. You'd have to ask them yourself.
I'll have to find them first.
Yes, but the wagon. They lead you outside to this just amazing, just beautiful, like Vistani and like elven wagon with these two horses that are like wearing they're not wearing saddles. They're wearing like some sort of like cloth that is of the same designs. On the side of the wagon is just a drawing of Pisces just swimming in a circle, and it's all just nicely built. It's just a barrel top wagon. And Doll looks at you. It's like, so you can take the wagon if you need to, and they lead you inside. It's a lot cramped on the inside. It's kind of just 10 feet long and 5 foot wide. So, and it's got like a bunch of this cloth that's just kind of draped around. It's at the very end is a double bed with just all around it is just these nice tiny beads that seem to magically glow like a nice warm color, giving it like a fairy-like vibe that's just woven into like all the cloths that are around the place. There's a nice little table on the side and a lot of storage in here, a place to like make food and stuff. It's just really pretty and like on the counter near the bed is a little pillow, little like this purple, this very soft looking pillow with some drawings next to it.
Just gonna go over and obviously look at the drawings.
You look at the drawings and you see the first one is what seems to be a large icy egg that glows slightly that's sitting on the pillow. The pillow seems wet because of the egg. And the other pictures are just of a little baby Typha.
Aw.
Are there any picture? Is it just Typha, or like is there pictures of other people as well?
They're drawings of Typha. They're all signed off by Ezzy.
You were so cute. You're still cute.
So they just like of you doing stuff. It is
like smile and then look a little bit confused. Like, is that a compliment, or are you just saying because I'm small still?
No, because you're still cute.
the drawing. Looking at them, because some of them are of you growing up. They are a bit weird. Like one of them is like when you were very small, and it looked like you were just a little tadpole. And then you eventually grew your legs. So
I knew it. I'm a frog.
you were a very weird child. But all the pictures are very cute. There's one of you riding one of the horses. Or
Would
drawings.
the horse recognize me then?
Well, the drawings of you when you were a child. You don't know if that horse still is alive.
I mean, it's only been 8 years. 4 years.
How long do horses live for?
Like,
14, 15 years
Yeah.
at least.
20, maybe even.
Yeah, the horse in the picture looks already old enough. And you're in Barovia.
Oh, yeah. It's probably not a healthy place for animals to live.
Yeah.
And also, time is different and funky.
Well, I mean, it would have been 4 years, but the
Oh.
horse was already old enough. So,
Hmm.
and
Is this sad
that's
times?
only that's only like our stuff of how horses live nowadays. This is a time before like paracetamol.
True.
Um,
It's a time
so-
before medicine.
yeah, you've got like healers and stuff, but you know,
Yeah, the
it would have
horse
been
is
it'd be harder.
probably dead.
Mm.
Hmm.
There are 2 horses outside though, and you can ask Doll about them.
I would like to ask Doll about them, yes. What are their names?
Oh, okay. These are Ezzy's horses. One of them is Sophie, and the other is Rosa.
Oh.
I'm just gonna like.
Are you about to tell me you have pictures of the horses?
No, I don't have pictures of the horses.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
was about
gonna
to get
send
so
you-
excited.
I would have loved that, but I'm sending a thing.
Okay.
I would very much like to go out and try and meet them.
Oh yeah, you can go out and meet them. They're just kind of hitched to the side, like hitched to a fence inside of the house. You see outside there's also just a couple of not flourishing by any means, but like a small attempt of a garden in Barovia. I'm gonna just send you Typha, because this is you. You will be taking technical ownership of this.
Mm-hmm.
This is my notes of it.
You get
There's like
The
some stuff.
wagon.
you get wagon stats.
They're not stats. It's just the design, specifically in my words, and the horses. I'll send you the link to the horses as well.
You get wagon info.
Yay.
If there's anything that I missed, then you may say it.
We have acquired a wagon stonks. Obviously, Prince didn't say that.
I'd love it if the prince did say that. Just be like, there's so much shock going on, it's knocked him out of his usual, like, hoity-toity self.
Yeah,
I
there is
don't-
only one bed in there though, so if you do sleep in the wagon, obviously, you'd have to cuddle up.
What a shame that I can just become a bat and it won't matter to me. Oh no, I can't cuddle. Oh, what? How sad.
And to be fair, if it is just the three of us, one person sleeps on bed, one person keeps watch.
True.
Can't believe
When
you
there's a
denied
will,
cuddle.
there is a way. We will always cuddle Prince, should you desire.
And you can,
No!
and you can top and tail as well. You don't have to actually cuddle.
True.
Hey Prince,
Oh no.
what time did we start this recording?
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say something else. Oh god, okay. Don't
Hey Prince,
scare me.
Q. It's the fucking Q right now.
No!
Do it.
How dare you? Do not scare me. Anyway, so,
These are strong boys.
uh,
Girls. The
so,
girls.
so we started the recording 35 minutes ago.
Thank you.
Oh
You have
god.
better constitution than me. This is not fair.
That
Imagine.
draft horses. That's actually.
Oh my god, they're my favorite type of horse. Yes.
You go outside. Do you want to make an animal handling check?
Yes, I really do. Please do well.
Yeah.
Please do well. Please
What are
do
you
well.
doing
Please
at
do
Time.
well. Please.
What did you say, Celeste?
What are you two doing?
Oh,
That's my land.
Prince is just kind of
There.
looking very awkwardly at everything. He's like, this has nothing to do with me. This is Typha's thing, so I'm just gonna politely let Typha do what she wants. He is thinking about stuff though.
Yeah, Dawn's just thinking, wow, I met a prince and a princess in the same day.
Did anyone actually respond as to whether or not Archfey is royalty, or has Dawn just assumed that Archfey is royalty? Because
See,
No
I
one has
don't know
asked.
the answer.
Dawn
Yeah,
boldly.
Dawn asked,
Dawn has
Oh.
boldly assumed because I mean I didn't respond. So
and I didn't respond because I have no clue. I didn't even know she was an Archfey. I don't know if Archfey is the ruling
Prince.
people.
And Cat, you may make history checks.
thank you.
Okay, for my animal handling, I got 13 plus 2, so 15. For
Yes.
history checks, I got. I'm terrible. I got 5.
Okay, so you don't know. But petting the horses, they seem to take very kindly to you. You're looking around the wagon, you do see that there's at least a couple days worth of horse food, and they can just graze, so that's not something you have to worry about.
Hey, for history I got nat 20, so 24.
Hey,
Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Woo!
Archfey are not royalty. There is no such thing as royalty in the Feywild, because the Feywild is a weird, chaotic place where nothing makes sense. Archfey are just powerful. They do have stature, and towns and cities may form around them. Some of them are royalty, but not all of them. They're just powerful Fey creatures.
Why does Pi have such a good friend that I can just drop their child off at their door and be like, bring them up as your
It's
own?
almost as if Kai is a genie.
With this knowledge, I shall inform Typha. No.
Hey.
Oh. You're responding to what I messaged you. Sorry. Anyway, I shall respond to Dawn. No, Archfays are not royalty, by the way. So Typha's not a princess, but I mean, Archfays are incredibly powerful. So take from that what you will, I suppose, Dawn.
She's still a princess to me.
Alright.
Typha's gonna smile at you, like the first proper smile she's managed since finding out all this stuff. Because this is a lot. This is a lot to find out. A lot. This is very much.
Me just lore dumping on you like this.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
good though, I'm enjoying it.
I am very much enjoying it. Now I know I was kidnapped at random whilst traveling, and I'm like, who the frick did it?
I knew that.
I couldn't remember how it happened.
So yeah, Doll just kind of sits down on one of the tables. I will say, this wagon is partially designed off of the caravan that I lived in for a bit, so
Oh,
especially
cool.
like the whole little fairy-like type thing that I've made in there.
Very
Oh,
cool.
Very, very cool.
At least in my mind. It is obviously more, it's not made out of metal like nowadays, but yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, I do apologize. I'm talking over you again. I've got to stop that. My intention is to ask Dol to show me how to properly control the wagon, but if I do that, do you guys want to do something else? Because I'm aware that this has been a bit Typha heavy.
No, I'm good.
I mean, I don't know what else we would do. We're kind of just hanging out here, and then we were gonna head back to Valakai. So
I mean, you two can
Cool.
read if you want to, whilst Typha spends like an hour being like trained, I guess.
oh yeah, shit, reading.
That is what you want to do.
True. I'm
You want the
gonna
books?
books. I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder, Typha.
She will stop stroking the horse.
While you were where's my prince voice? While you were learning to do things with the wagon, would I be able to borrow that book of Zodiac from you, please?
She'll half not really paying attention, just grab it out of her bag and hand it over. She's too busy with the horses.
Well, thank you. Prince will just take that and go find a nearby tree to sit in and just read.
Okay. Have you actually asked Doll to trade you? Or do you
Not
just wanna...
yet, no. I'm still stroking the horse. I was gonna let them do that, and then I'll go and
Yeah,
ask
you
Dol
can
to
be
treat
a
me.
bit out of order. So yeah. Don, what are you doing?
Yeah, Dawn will read the children's book on the Zodiac, and by that I mean she will look at the pictures, because I'm assuming, like you said, there's 12 pages with one picture on each.
There's more than 12 pages, but yeah. So yeah, Doll will train you, quote unquote, how to just do it. Just kind of just showing you the reins, I guess. Literally. But yeah. So,
We appreciate a dad pun.
He's an
yeah.
uncle. He can do that. He can do that.
Hee.
So yeah, you get shown that. I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. I will say because of this, because you've specifically asked to be trained, you will get advantage on animal handlings pertaining to traveling. In like when you're doing that, so note that down.
Mhm.
Woohoo!
But yeah. So
That's
you two
good.
reading.
I
He wants to go
just wanted
first.
to.
He just
I
wanted
was
to.
just pleased. I just wanted to like be logical and say she's never done this before.
Valid.
Yeah.
Yay!
Well, because of that logic, you now get advantage. So well done.
Thank you.
So who wants to go first out the two of you?
I would suggest that Feli goes first because her book is like the kid's guide, and then my book's a bit more in depth, so it just makes sense to me to go in that order.
So Feli, you can literally read this book in the hour. The other books, not necessarily. So there are 14 chapters. One chapter for each of the gods, and then 2 of them for the creation myth. Do you just want to go down the list, or would you like to go to anything particular? Or you're just going to go read page by page, I guess?
That is a good question.
Is Dawn going to be a chaos gremlin and just open the book and then close it and then open it again and see what she gets? Or is she going to like actually read the book?
No, Dawn definitely seems like the kind of person to flick through the pages till she sees a colour she likes, and she's like, "Oh crap," and just reads Cancer for
Okay,
the
the
hour.
crap. So you get to the page of Cancer, and you just see a picture of a happy little crab. There are words here. Does Typha read the words?
Not Private Dawn.
Does Dawn read the words? Sorry.
Yeah, go on then.
So it says on Cancer's page, not much is known about Cancer, other than after the mortals were created, Cancer gave them emotions, and this is a picture of a happy crab.
Oh,
So
that
you
makes
get
me so.
some sort of understanding that Cancer is a god of emotions, I guess.
I don't know why that's made me so happy that the crab of Cancer just gives people emotions.
Aww.
Do you going to keep on doing that, or do you want to just go for it?
Yeah, probably best to go through it.
Okay, so the first 2 pages are stuff you already know. It's basically the story that I told at the beginning of the campaign of the children stepped out of the elemental chaos and created the world, and that's already inside the thing. I don't feel like I need to go over that again. Then the next page is of Aquarius. I'm going to say the picture first because that's clearly what Dawn will be interested in. You see just a picture of Aquarius, which is a feminine figure pouring what seems to be a giant cup or water basin, almost like on top of what seems to be a humanoid figure that's made out of all sorts of things, and then that person is glowing. And reading it afterwards is Aquarius is the oldest of the children. After the children created the. Do you want to read this? If I send it to you,
Can do, yeah.
okay. I will say for the viewers, these gods were made in collaboration with coffee.
Yeah. I do a little dance.
I've got it.
Okay, cool, we got it now. Alright. So Feli, you're on Aquarius.
Aquarius, the matriarch, the life giver, the water bearer, mother of mortals, air, fixed, and shadow fell. Aquarius is the oldest of the children. After the children create the world, they set out to create people to live there. They all worked together to create the first bodies, and it was Aquarius who gave these bodies life by having them drink from her cup of life. And there's a pretty lady pouring water. Then there's Pisces, the moonfishes, the mother and sunfish, water, mutable, I think.
Mutable.
Feywild. Mutable?
Mutable.
Mutable. Thank you. Thank you, Prince, for reading helping me read while reading away.
Yeah, no, that's canon now. Prince just leant over it when it's pronounced like this.
Like, poor Prince now, I'm just imagining he's trying to read and there's just Dawn reading out loud.
Prince just cuts in. He's just like, no, I've got to help this poor woman.
Dawn's reading it on like with having to run her finger under the words, and he's like, no,
Yes.
you're reading it.
You
I
say
have
that
to
like
do
I'm not actually doing that while reading this.
Oh, that's fair.
When Leo took to the sky as the sun lion, the night seemed empty, even with the signs of the children filling the sky, so the children once again decided to put something there. Pisces, like the quiet of the night, was chosen to be the moonfish circling the world. And there are 2 fishes swimming. Then we have Aries, the ram of nature, the golden ram, fire and cardinal, which is the material plane. During the creation of the world, Aries found a passion of life and wanted it to flourish. He enjoyed all aspects of nature, from the destructiveness of the wildfires to the seeds that grow from the ashes. And there is a picture of a ram with branches that grow from its bushes.
There you go.
On one side of the ram are rotting corpses with mushrooms growing out of them, and the other side are blooming flowers. Next up is Taurus, the Deathball, which is fixed from Shadowfell. Taurus is known to be responsible for the creation of death. They believe that mortals would value their lives if they knew they had limited time, and there is a drawing of a bull skull with glowing red eyes. Mood.
I can also call that a mood, I guess.
I mean, you cheated it. You
Wow.
cheated it.
Yeah, I did cheat to death. Fair enough.
Taurus is not happy with you.
Taurus is probably very angry at me.
They see red.
Oh.
Oh, they got red eyes. Gemini, the twins, whimsy and chaos. Mutable. Thank you, Prince. Even
You're
after the
welcome.
creation of the Feywild, the twins still got into many arguments, some playful, some others serious. This later divided the creatures of the Feywild in two: the Seelie, who enjoyed playful tricks, and the Unseelie, who tricks would go too far. And there's a picture of two twins standing back to back, one with a menacing grin and the other just looking happy.
Sorry, it sounds like me and Iris after the last for the last one. Like I stole some candy. Iris used to steal really bad stuff.
Hehe.
Oh my god. Typha's not only a princess, but she's also a god. I knew it.
Dawn, I somehow doubt that.
I mean, I'm not far off. Just part G.
That is true, that is true.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, she's a genie, which is a lesser god.
Yes.
Part genie, part elf, part Vistani.
100% a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes, absolutely.
I will say for context, Vistani is more of a cultural identity. That's why you see multiple kind of races there. You saw tieflings and like all sorts of people. So you are Vistani, but you're a half elf. Like
so, I'm a half elf, quarter elf.
I guess you would be a quarter elf.
Okay, so I'm
like
quarter elf,
your
quarter
grade.
human, half genie, all Vistani. There we go. Part Feywild.
Well, I mean, you have like that mixed like cultural identity of the Feywild and being Vistani.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Cool. Sorry, carry on. I do apologize.
Yes, next would be Cancer. Go for it.
Cancer, the crab. Water, cardinal of the material plane. Not much is known about Cancer other than after the mortals were created, Cancer gave them emotions. And I'm imagining Dawn just takes a good 5 minutes to appreciate the very happy crab. Leo, the sun lion. Fire, fixed of Shadowfell. During the creation of its world, the children decided that a beacon of light should stand in the centre. The arrogant Leo decided to take this mantle, becoming the sun lion, a beacon of pure fire in the centre of the world. A drawing of a lion head in the sky. Their mane is made of fire and their head is obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
Virgo, the maiden, change bringer, earth, mutable. During the creation of the world, Virgo decided that nothing should be stagnant. For this reason, the world spins and the continents will slowly change over time. Even the constellations would only be seen at certain times of the year. A drawing of a woman splitting the land so that it can move across the globe. Chapter 11, Libra, the scales of justice, lawbringer and balance, of air and cardinal, / the material plane. During all the arguments, there was always the mention of Libra being the most mature and just of all the children. This will always see both sides and attempt to resolve the conflict through peaceful means. A drawing of a masked figure holding silver scales. Scorpio, the scorpion, determination and vengeance. Water and fixed of Shadowfell. Scorpio is the most known for their determination, to the point where they seem reclusive and don't talk to mortals often. And this is a drawing of a scorpion holding a moth in its claws with its tail in the moth's head. Oh, gruesome.
Prince likes this image the most.
Chapter 13. Sagittarius?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, thank you.
You're welcome.
The Traveller. Fire, mutable. When the mortals were being created, it was
Okay.
Sagittarius
that
gave the mortals their individuality, giving them the freedom to be themselves. A drawing of a senator wandering the world.
A centaur.
Centaur.
Yes, don't worry. You're doing.
Not only are you struggling to read, you're also dealing with my bad English and spelling.
It does say senator.
Yeah, context with you as it does, but that is okay. This is all good. I'm enjoying this content. You got it. One more. Go on.
Chapter 14, Capricorn, duality. During the creation of the world, Capricorn decided that the world should be split in two, the land and the ocean. A strange drawing of a goat and a fish.
Huh. That is a peculiar creature.
Is
Am I
this a
related to
mermaid?
that too?
I mean, it is a goat and a mermaid tail. I don't think it's a mermaid. I've never seen a mermaid. I assume that's not what a mermaid looks like. Well,
You could go fish.
did you learn? I assume you learned things from that, Dawn.
I like the happy crab.
You like
That's all she says.
Prince just nods and is like, fair enough, I suppose.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't do the same with you where I give you the document.
Ah,
Because you can only read one chapter this hour. And actually, I'm going to do it different. Roll intelligence to see how much you get, and then I will tell you. But I hope you
I'm loving,
enjoyed the Pantheon, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know
I'm
if I've
loving
never
how
played that.
lore-filled this episode is.
Me too.
So much lore.
13 for intelligence.
13. Okay, one moment. Through the book, you notice that, first of all, I'm just going to tell you which section do you want to read. There's 4 chapters, I guess. There's the creation, the zodiac, the worlds, and the war of air and fire,
Well,
depending on which.
I was just gonna pick Zodiac, but then you said there was a war, and now I'm tempted. I'm gonna start with the Zodiac. Let's just see if, like, the book
Okay.
didn't cover anything.
So you skip to chapter 2. This chapter goes more into detail about things. It talks about how the zodiacs each have their own element that they represent, how these elements affect things, how it's not just the fact that they are fire. It's more about the zodiac's personality as well. This can clearly be seen through some of the zodiacs, like the goat fish and the water bearer, which are not water elements. But we ignore that because there is a scorpion. Sorry, I'm ranting. So yeah, it talks about how they have their own elements. It talks about how they have their qualities, how mortals have decided that the gods that live in the Feywild and the gods that live in the material plane, the gods that wanted the Shadowfell, have these different qualities based off of what they like: fixed, mutable, cardinal, um, and then it talks about interpretations of how people interpret the gods in many different ways. Some people prescribe creativity to gods where there is none. Um, Stuff like some people believe that some of the gods have that being born under a certain god can change your personality. Some of these are unfounded. Some of these have no evidence or are just theorized about, but it is part of the more religious side, and you don't know if it's true or not sometimes. A lot of it seems to be based off of the genies, which, from what you can tell, the book says that there is a lot of evidence being said that when the genies were created, they were created by a specific zodiac, so being born under them would give them their personality. But it is not the same for mortals, as they are not directly created by the zodiac.
Cool, I'm
Well,
scribbling
they were
notes.
directly created, but then they didn't. They give birth to sex. It's a bit different for genies.
Got you.
But
Note
yeah,
taking.
that's what
Just
you
to
get with that.
clarify, is Prince reading this out loud as well?
Nope.
Okay, so I didn't hear that bit as Typha. Damn.
Nope. I did
I
not.
mean, you're busy as well. You're being told about how to drive a cart or wagon.
True, very true.
But yeah, that's what you get within an hour. I will say, just glancing over the creation part is just kind of a bunch of the same things that you've already heard about, so you probably felt the need to skip that chapter anyway.
Cool. Yeah, Prince would have just skipped it. He would have skimmed it and been like, and then moved on.
Yeah. An hour passes. You notice that it is getting noticeably darker, even with the overcast sky, and that Doll says to you, Typha, I think that is all I can teach you. I don't know where you want to stay or if you're staying within the city, but if you're going, then you should probably leave now. as it will be late to travel.
Okay, she's gonna give him a big hug.
He hugs you back. He's a very good hugger. He's he's a very broad man, I guess, as the thing, and he can just
Bear
hug
hugs.
you. Yes, he gives you big bear hugs. And bring my sibling back. Bring your parent back. And if you've forgotten a lot about them, then I am excited for you to meet them. They are truly wonderful.
Can you? Is there? Could you describe them a little to me, just so I know who they are when I see them?
Well, they are complicated. Even within the Vestani people, they are more like the elven side than the Vestani side. But they do still like our culture. They have a very long, straight ponytail, and kind of messy hair. They wear glasses, and last time they went out, last time I saw them, they were wearing a nice, like a nice jacket that I made for them with just kind of simple clothes, so that the city will let us in. Because if we seem to be Vistani, they will kick us out. And that is not good. Obviously, same skin tone as me, all that type of stuff.
Thank you. Is there a way I can write or something when we're away?
Not many people deliver mail in Barovia. It's dangerous to travel, so if you just want to come back, you have the wagon now. You should be able to move faster.
Yeah. It's nice to have an uncle. I don't want to forget you again.
I'm sure you won't. It is nice to see my niece again.
He's gonna smile and then jump up onto the seat of the wagon.
But just as a side note, the seat of the wagon is also the entrance to the wagon, so you have to let people inside before you go onto the reins.
Yeah, she's not gonna think about that.
So everyone, you see Typha's on the seat of the wagon after you finish up your reading, I guess.
I will get out of the tree that I was sat in, and I'll walk over and be like, may we come in?
Of course, welcome to my home.
Why, thank you.
She's gonna smile massively when she says that, by the way. Like, it's a nice feeling.
Oh, Prince.
Wait, what happens if someone... Sorry.
No, continue.
Prince, what happens if someone uninvites you from their home?
Well, I don't feel good, and I leave. That's...
Wait, does this wagon count as a home?
Well, you just called it your home, did you not?
I did. Does that mean that I can do the whole "you're not welcome"?
Yes, but, I would greatly appreciate it if
Not to you!
Ah! Right, yes. You should be able to do that.
Typha.
Clap the hands. Yes.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're just... we're just talking about, customs. Like, it's more polite to just invite people into your homes, than to just go barging on in. Prince sweats.
Prince is a stickler for good manners.
Indeed.
Make a persuasion check for deception.
I use deception.
I'm
lying my ass.
I got 24.
You can both do it, or one of you can do it with advantage.
Well, I got 24.
I got 15.
On my first roll.
Okay, well, the both of you together convince him enough. He looks a bit confused, but understanding.
Cool. Well, Prince would like to go in the wagon, but you are blocking the entrance. So he just stands there awkwardly waiting for you to move.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Sorry. She'll jump back down carefully so as not to spook the horses.
Thank you. Prince will just get inside. He wants to get away from this embarrassing situation.
Thank you, Typha.
Do you want to ride on the front with me, or do you want to go and sit in the back with Prince and see if you can make him be a smiley man again?
I better apologize. I shouldn't have insulted his politeness.
So, You two go into the wagon. It is very noticeable that there is like some stuff in here. Like clearly this is someone's home. It looks like, from what you've heard about Ezzy, them being more from just to describe the type, you would know that Ezzy was more of a book person. There are like a couple just stories in here. You do see the witch's wand is in here too. And yeah, there's just a couple things other than the drawings and stuff like that. Spare pair of glasses, some of their clothes. That's in like a cupboard or something that they didn't take with them. So, but there is a lot of storage here if you can just store some stuff. And there's obviously that little place you can make food at. And the wagon is warm enough to sleep in.
This is cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
This- You
Wow.
guys got treasure, but I got the best treasure, a family heirloom.
Oh.
I got a family.
Good. Well, I'm
I'm
got-
gonna have her actually say that. Just be like smiling as she drives. Well, I'm gonna have to roll to drive. I'm assuming.
Roll animal handling with advantage.
Okay.
I will say.
I'm glad that was with advantage because one of those was a nat 1. The other one was a 16.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
I get 2, so 18.
You do well enough. The horses will take your lead. The wagon moves at. The wagon is faster than you normally walking. And it can go far. It can go for longer distances because of the horses that are doing it. There are no windows on the inside, so if you want to be looking, you have to like be sitting at the reins with Typha. So whoever's on the inside can be doing whatever they want to on the inside. That's just essentially downtime when you're traveling if you want to. And yeah, that's basically it. So basically, when you're traveling, I'm gonna ask who wants to be the one who's taking a watch, and obviously who's going to be the one driving the wagon and stuff like that.
got you.
Cool.
Mhm.
And then whoever's not doing that can do whatever they want to. So, you head back to town. It takes you a shorter amount of time to get there. You reach the city just as the sun begins to from what you can tell, the sun begins to set. And you do see some people. Some of the guards who saw you before look at you weirdly, seeing that you now have a Vistani wagon. But the wagon also looks a bit different. So they take note of that, but they don't question you.
We didn't think that through.
So yeah, you go through. Some people do stare at you weirdly, Vistani wagon. And yes, so I'm assuming you bring the
Typha's
wagon.
just gonna smile. Smile straight back at them. Remember, this is a happy place.
Yeah, they do look at you, and like obviously, you don't look obviously Vistani, so they assume that you bought it from the Vistani. So the people stare at you and stare at the wagon, but they don't question it because from what you can tell, the Vistani people are the only people who have successfully been able to breed the horses in this area. So like they are necessary to trade with. So yeah, you bring the wagon back to the tavern that you was at, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna head, unless anyone else has another idea.
Nah.
Nope.
Cool. You bring it into where you saw Rictaria put his horse. You assume that you're gonna have to pay for having your horses being taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the wagon can fit in there. If it can't, then it's probably just sat at the outside. If it can, then it's inside with the horses. But I don't know the logistics of that. So yeah, you go inside the place. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna approach the bartender and ask them how to pay for the care and upkeep of my horses and wagon.
Yeah, so you see the same woman who was there at the bar. It's late, so the kids aren't here. And she looks at you. Yes, do you need anything?
I would like to know how much to stable? Is that what you
The
call it?
Yes.
Yeah, I have 2 horses and a wagon.
Okay. Well, the wagon that does need to be taken care of. The horses can stay in the same kind of pen area. If you want us to take care of the horses and to have them there, it will just be 1 silver a night.
1 silver a night. Okay.
2, it will be. She does maths in her head. 5 copper a night. Sorry.
5 copper per night. Okay. How many nights are we staying here again? And she's gonna turn around and look at Prince and Dawn.
I believe we have one more evening, which would be this one. Because the
Yes.
the festival's tomorrow, correct?
Yes, the festival is tomorrow.
Mm.
If you want to, you can pay after you leave.
I don't mind.
It is up to you. If you don't know how long you're going to be staying for, then it's whether you pay me every day you'll stay here, or you pay me after you pay me in bulk after you go.
I will pay you for tonight, and then just in case we stay another night, then I can pay you tomorrow, and at least I know where I stand with how much I owe you.
Okay, cool. So she takes the 2 copper from you, 5 copper, sorry. And will you be needing anything else? Do you want your food for tonight?
We just ate with Dole, didn't we? But how long ago was that?
That was about an hour and a half ago.
And a drink for me. So yeah, I'll just like a drink tonight, thank you. Dawn,
Okay.
are you hungry?
Good, thank you.
I'm not hungry either.
Yeah, Dawn's a good cook.
So yeah, you get given your food. Not your food. You get given some drinks. I'm assuming just water, or like, what do you want? There is only like mostly wine here, so, and some water.
Wine or water, make your choice.
Then
you can
I'm
risk getting milk, but you don't know where it would come from.
yeah, I'm just gonna go water.
Okay, you get given water. I'm assuming.
Dawn?
Hmm?
Dawn, what do you want, Dawn?
I'll probably say water, but give it to Raspberry.
Okay,
Aww.
you get water.
Oh.
Raspberry is very happy to drink some water.
And you're
Also-
not thirsty, Dawn?
I am okay. She pulls out the little orbs of Wait, I forgot what's it called.
Good berry?
You have a bead of refreshment, I believe. That
Yes.
just recharges every day.
Ah,
So
Prince,
I'm good.
Prince looks at the
I'm
item.
gonna use. it's very cool.
You notice that there's also one inside the pot, but it's not a. But Raspberry seems to enjoy actual water more than magical water.
There's more substance to it.
Indeed.
So yeah, you sit down. What? No, she won't do that now. When you sit down, I will say
Mhm.
the lady comes up to your table. I'm assuming you're sitting down on the table, or you're going to your rooms.
I assume we chill for a bit.
Yeah.
You see that there are just a couple people in here, the same teenagers that you met, like the first time you came here, are just being a general annoyance. And Octavio is in the corner, writing things down. Occasionally they look up and you don't see their hand moving, just their pen is moving. And then they look down and they grab their pen and start writing again. So the pen is very clearly magical.
Nice.
So yeah, you see that type of stuff. Occasionally some people will go up to Octavio and Octavio will like tell them a bard story or whatever. Whatever bards do.
He does a bard thing.
Yes. He winks at someone and gives them inspiration.
Nice.
But yeah, Danica goes up to your table and says, "So, I heard that you found some kids. That you found a kid."
Yes, we found some kids.
Yes. Are you for hire, by any chance?
Depends what you want to hire us for.
Well, we've got a problem. We get regular shipments of our wine, occasionally, from the winery to the east of here. But they stopped coming a while ago, and we sent someone to go look, and they haven't come back. So we are just worried.
You said to the east, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if there's
West. Sorry,
west?
I don't know my directions.
No, you're right. Never usually. Yeah, west. Do you know of where?
We both do the same thing in our heads.
Yeah. Do you know So I assume they get it from a winery? I can't say that in my accent.
Yeah, she said that she got it from her family winery.
Okay.
So, if you can go there and I guess bring it back safely, it would be helpful. You'll get paid, or you can stay here for free.
Dawn slowly raises her hand. Could we have maybe a couple of barrels of wine instead?
I mean, if that is what you want, I can write something down to ask my father-in-law to give you a barrel of wine.
Could we potentially get a few barrels? Maybe like 5, 6?
I mean, sure.
Perfect. Good thinking, Dawn.
We're gonna get drunk tonight.
Payment in wine, that's easy enough. This is what we make, so
True.
easier to pay people than what we do.
So family winery
yeah.
to the west.
Yes, it's to the west. Dawn, you actually it's not on the map, so you don't know where it is.
Is there a city that is near it so that we have a landmark? This is something I know of from previous Curse of Strahd games. So I nod.
I think Prince might know about the winery anyway.
Would he? I mean,
It's on the way to the other place.
True. Assuming
It is just on the path to Krezek if you are going that way.
Prince tenses up a little bit.
It is it's on the general path to the west of here.
I see.
So it is not that hard to find. Only like a day's walk away. Not even that, like half a day really. But it stopped coming, so.
Alright. I'm sure we can. We're a little. Prince side eyes everyone else and then looks back at the lady and is like, we have a couple of quests that we've been given by some people, so sorry?
She gives like a slight laugh to that.
Right, yeah. So we are we have things we need to attend to up north first, and then we can absolutely head west for you, if that's alright.
It is okay. Yeah, get your own business done. I would like it to be relatively soon. It is our whole business, selling wine to people, so.
That is completely fair. We will get there as soon as we can. We just need to handle something that's up north first, but...
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell me when you're on your way then. And I'll write you the slip, and she goes away.
Thank you. She's gone, right. You two do remember what we need to do up north, right?
Typha just looking. Typha's had a lot of information today. Don't expect her to remember anything. She's just looking at you wide-eyed like, no.
Well, we made a certain agreement, didn't we, upon the lake? Do not say any further, we are in public.
Oh.
Yes, that. So we need to visit this druid of the north.
Oh.
I mean, I'm rather interested in witnessing Valakai's festival tomorrow, but after that, yeah, we should probably sort out, what we need to do up north first, considering who we made that agreement with, or rather what we made it with, and then, absolutely, I think we should go and investigate this winery situation.
Typha's gonna have her head cocked slightly to one side, stare at Prince and be like, "You're not good at discreet."
I know. It's kind of my whole thing. And he makes his cape billow.
Everyone looks at you.
Prince awkwardly makes his cape stop billowing, but does do a little smug smile at everyone.
Yeah.
He has a L'Oreal moment.
Typha will do prestidigitation and make something shiny appear on the back of his cloak for everyone to carry on staring at.
Thanks.
Everyone continues to stare at the sign that says "I'm a dummy." It's magically appear on your back.
Prince, can I get rid of that? Where are my spell cantrips?
It's prestidigitation.
You don't know it's there.
Oh shit!
It's on your back.
Oh well, I guess I just continue to just sit there. I'm having a good time.
Smoking at everybody.
I
Prince, I appreciate that this trip up north is very important.
It is.
But so's the library.
Yes, that is.
And
where did he say that was? Hold on.
it said either the mountains or somewhere around Valakai.
Well, the where we need to go. It's bad speaking about this in public. Should we go to our room and talk about this?
Okay.
Yes.
Are you coming on?
No, good.
It's Raspberry, by the way.
Raspberry is like with you. They're typically you left them in your room last time, but I assume they went to get them to give them the water, so they're with you now.
Yes.
Alright, so we all heading upstairs?
Yep, absolutely.
Dawn?
Yep.
I'm surprised we didn't
Yes?
see Irina or Ismark down here, actually.
True, we can always give them a visit at some point, but we should probably talk about this situation first. Prince just heads upstairs.
Okay.
Oh,
You
off
do
we
follow
go.
it?
Yes.
Okay. So you go into your room. Same there. It's a bit more tidy.
Do we even there's a chair in the room, I assume. I assume it's not just the
Mhm.
beds.
Yeah, there's a small desk.
Cool, Prince will go sit. You know what, he'll sit on the desk because screw it. And he just keeps.
Oh.
Edgy teenage boy.
How dare you!
There was something I wanted to do and I forgot. I wanted to bring the purple pillow from the wagon with me.
You can
Am I
say
allowed to
that you did that.
retroactively say that I've done that? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that with me and sit on the bed and I'm gonna cuddle the pillow.
Valid.
It does, it is weirdly. It gives you a weird sense of comfort.
This is cool.
It's like a cat cuddling, or a pillow that smells of its mother.
Given I was born from an egg, there's every chance it does smell of my mother, and this is fine. Well, of my parent. But this is fine. Friggin' tadpole. Tadpole.
And now to contrast your feeling of comfort, Prince shall talk about the, murder we've agreed to make. So, I would suggest that we head up north to the lake, because that lake was not far from Valakai, and your uncle said that the library is also rather close to Valakai, so it may be a two birds with one stone situation. We can go and deal with the Druid of the North situation, and then we can keep an eye out for the library in the process.
Sounds like a plan.
This is I suppose, and then if it's not there, Dawn can draw on her map that it's not there, and at least we don't go there again to look for it.
Exactly. We can then start searching for it to the west of Valakai, which would be on the way to the winery. Again, two birds, one stone. The library... on the way to the winery, not library. The words sound similar in my voice. Yeah, so the library is our top priority, obviously. The issue is just that we don't know where it is, thus we do know where everything else is, roughly. So, we do also need to check out that windmill at some point. Not windmill, sorry, mill. Where did that map person say that the mill was?
They said it was to the east. It was on the path. You remember specifically that Irina and Ismark, whilst he was walking down the path, saw a split in the road and said that they didn't need to go that way.
Got you.
So you assume that it's that.
Prince nods to himself, connected the dots himself. Right, so... Yes, I think that should be the plan that we... Oh, sorry, Dawn, go.
Oh yeah, also the lizard lady, that's not a lizard, I just can't remember the species. Kobold, that's it. Said, obviously if we get the flowers near the mountain, near the east, the mill, she can make us health potions.
Ah, yes, true. I forgot about that lady. Thank you, Dawn. So, yeah, I suppose that's the plan then. We go to the festival, then we head up north of the lake. We look for the Druid of the Lake, deal with them, look for the library in the process whilst we head to the east, and on the way to the east we can look for flowers, we can look for the mill, and eventually we should find the winery, and then after we've done everything we can head back to Valakai. Simple. Let's just avoid Krezek, how about that?
But if we know what the vampire hunters are doing, then we can know how to fight against them. Or at least we know their strategies.
True.
Like, what if they just, like... If you set a trap with, like, a stick and a box, they will go under it. And you know just not to do that.
That is not... Are you Are you implying that is how you would attempt to catch a vampire? Because I swear to God.
No, do you know what, Dawn, though? If you set a big enough box and stick and put some blood in there...
God. We're not like deranged animals that will come because we smell something.
Oh no, my
like,
tiny
if you-
bottle of blood. Whatever will I do? It's under this box. Who would be kind enough to grab it for me?
But like, if you put Irina under a box,
No.
Oh, I see what you're implying, and I don't like it.
then Strad. What do you mean? What am I implying? Strad will come for the box.
Right.
I'm guessing this is Iris, by the way, and I'm saying to
Yeah.
Iris, no. This is not Iris, we're not doing that to Irina.
Yes, we don't want to
No.
do that to Irina, and also summoning Strahd is probably not a good idea, although they could just hear us anyway, so whatever. But, yeah.
You can just hear us?
Oh, did you not know?
No, I didn't know
No.
that.
Oh.
I'm not from... Apparently I am from here. I'm really confused. But I did not know that they could just hear us.
Oh, my, apologies. I forget that this is not just common knowledge. Strahd can kind of just hear everything in the land. It's almost like they are the land and they control the land.
That sounds pretty painful.
I mean, I never thought of it that way, but maybe. Good, they should suffer. Anyway,
If we lie down and just scream into the soil, will that hurt their ears?
I've never attempted it. If you wish to be the fool that tries that, go for it.
She's gonna look like she's seriously contemplating it.
Prince chuckles.
We have to
Right.
be happy
James
here.
been
We have to at least wait before we can scream into the ground.
True.
This is true.
Well, either way, I'm glad that we now have a plan of action, so to speak. I do think, though, that after we find the vinery, we should just head back to Valakai, because then we need to inform people that we've completed their tasks that they've set us. So, we get to the vinery, we head back to Valakai. After we inform everyone, we can then, very reluctantly, we can then head to Krezek. How about that?
I think we should do the lake, then come back in case we need to get new supplies, and then go to the vinery in case there's new news as well. Because you don't know, by the time we get back from the north, they might have already fixed the problem with the vinery.
Yeah, we don't have to do it.
Well, I think we should give it a try. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the best thing to do... It's more effective to just go north and then circle around to the east and then come back, rather than going north, then back, then east, then back, then out again. That's just my opinion.
I mean, if we're going around in a circle, if there's any part where we need more supplies, we can just come back a bit early and then go back the way we came.
True.
I suppose.
Plus, the lake is not that far, so we should be fine.
Okay, well, not tomorrow though. We've got to do this festival.
Yes, the festival. I did want to ask though, with the whole, druid situation. We did agree to... What did we agree with the hag? Was it to kill them? What was it?
It
Yes,
was to kill them.
Kill, right. How are you two feeling about that?
Not great. I not great.
Maybe they're a bad person and the hag is really nice and just wants to look out for people.
Yes, that...
Hag was trying to accept a sacrifice of a child.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that the hag is a good person, but I am of the opinion that I do not want to cross a hag. So my proposal is we just don't learn anything about this druid of the north. We find them, we kill them, we get out. We pretend it never happened. I'd rather do that than cross a hag.
What if we find them, befriend them, summon the hag, and get them to help us kill the hag?
That is risky, because we do not know anything of the druid of the north. They may be malicious. What if there's someone worse than the hag? The hag's bad, yes, but in Barovia, everything could be worse. If we just get rid of the druid, if we just kill them without learning about them, it will solve the problem quicker, and it will be less risky. It's already a risk.
But we were told things like the Vistani camp near here were bad, but all they were was a man looking for his father and my uncle. Like,
well, in that case, the hag could by that logic, the hag could also not be evil, and yet
the hag asked for a sacrifice of a child.
The Vistani.
I'm pretty sure the hag is evil.
Yes, the Vistani nearby also work for Strahd, and Strahd is evil.
Oh,
Perhaps
yeah.
the
Does
druid
that
of the
that my
North-
uncle works for Strahd?
Possibly. What did you say,
didn't
Dawn?
Ask them. They did say that they wanted to talk about more things, but left that for another time. Sorry, Dawn.
Yes.
That's okay. I was just saying maybe the druid of the North would prefer like an honourable battle, and wouldn't mind if you did a successful battle. I don't know.
True. I just think it would probably be better for you two's sanity as well if we just kill them without learning anything about them. Because if you learn that they are a nice person and then realize we cannot get out of this deal with the hag and you have to kill a nice person, that's going to be a lot worse for you two than just killing someone you don't know.
How about we focus on the festival? Because if I get any sadder, I'm not going to be allowed to go to the festival.
That's fair. My apologies. I wanted to talk about it before we went to the lake because I don't know where the druid is. I didn't want to risk her overhearing. Or them. He. God do we know. Why are you chuckling, Typha? What are you laughing about, Cat? I'm discussing an important thing here.
Yes, but the way you said it, it sounded like it was just Prince going, God, do we even know?
Yes, he doesn't know the gender of this person. I don't know the gender of them.
No, you don't know.
What is a gender? That is the look on Prince's face right now. He's like, what is a gender?
Just a little pile of lies.
You are correct. Anyway,
Well,
yes,
what are you doing now?
probably sleeping. I'd imagine everyone's gonna go to bed on that joyful thought.
Yes.
Okay. So you sleep?
Yep, I curl up
Yep.
as a rat on the floor.
No, I grabbed the rat.
No! There
Rat
is
has been
very
dragged.
angry squeaks.
We have 4 beds!
Angry
Sleep
squeaks.
on a bed.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Just
Hey,
like
Iris?
she points him to face so he has to listen. We paid for 4 beds. No floor. Puts him on a pillow.
I could just imagine cupping him in one hand with his butt in the other hand, pointing his face like, this is your bed. You will sleep on your bed. We have paid for this bed.
Prince sits on the pillow for a bit, and then he's gonna immediately try and run off the bed. He tries to run and hide under the bed so that he can still sleep on the floor but not be caught by anyone.
I'm going to
You wanna do
send
a
a little
stealth
bit of
check?
water to chase you out.
I will do a stealth check, yes. Oh,
Try and find them.
I don't know what rat stats are for stealth. So that would be an 8.
Alright, yeah.
Can I try and see
Dawn,
them?
even, you notice that he's trying to leave. If you want to stop him, you can.
Can I grab him like the picture, which is basically by one hand? Like you.
Yeah.
Context for viewers, there is that meme where you grab like a little rat and you say, "Whoa, something be upon ye." That's what we're talking about. I'll probably put an image of it on the screen, but
I feel so bad. I make editing so much harder because I'm like, I can't describe things. Like, here's a picture.
no, you're good. But yes, grabs rat. I am grabbed. I am held. I do not like it. I squirm.
Sir, please just be on the pillow like a normal person. Otherwise, you will be staying in the bed with me.
Squeak. He will
One
bury.
squeak for do you understand? 2 squeaks for you don't.
Squeak.
Thank you. And she puts him back on the pillow and she like tucks him in.
This is the most grumpy looking rat you've ever seen in your whole life.
Out of curiosity, what colour is...
I'm a little black rat, but I've got like a blonde, like a little blonde patch around one of my eyes. It's the same side that my blonde streak of hair is.
Thank you. And she goes to pat him and thinks maybe not. I've pushed my luck tonight.
Yes, you would have been bitten.
Okay.
The DM's
will
like,
go to
please
sleep.
wrap this up, please
No.
stop it, players.
Please rat
the
this
DM's
up.
enjoying this.
So you will go to sleep. I would like everyone else to leave, but Dawn.
What?
Oh no.
Oh!
Leave the chat.
Okay,
Mhm.
so, for the viewers at home, I will not be leaving the chat, but I will be removing my headphones. So, yeah.
I will
Oh,
go to
that was scary.
VT2.
Yep. So, Dawn, once again, you are having a hard time sleeping.
Oh.
There's a weird sense of loneliness. Even with a sleeping rat next to you. And all your friends, and even the little bush that is sleeping just by the side of your bed that you can sometimes feel. You just have that weird sense of loneliness. Did you do the insight check last time and figure out why?
I think you said it was because I was now so far away from the March of the Dead, so I can't see
Yeah.
my dead friends.
So you know why, but you eventually go to sleep. Will get to sleep until you feel just something, just big, sits on your bed in the middle of the night, and you immediately wake up. And you see in front of you is sitting on your bed is just the ghostly visage of your mother.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, Dawn. You've gone a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And when she says we, you see a couple of other ghosts almost fade into existence and fade out behind her. We want to help you, but we don't want to just force our help on you.
Dawn is like, she's tearing up because she's happy to see them, and she's just like, she gives a little nod, like, yes, I would like your help.
You see your mother puts her large orc hands on your face and wipes away your tear. The tear doesn't go away, but you feel slightly better. There is a consequence to this, though. Having ghosts around you all the time isn't very... It affects you. Would you be okay with that?
What do you mean by effect?
You will hear us, and sometimes we don't have full control. Sometimes we panic, and your emotions can affect us, and other emotions can affect you. But we can help you.
She tries to force a little smile as, yes, I can do this.
And then you can speak to us, and we can speak to you. Dawn, I'm worried about you, but you've come so far.
There's nothing that I can't do without the people that I care about around me.
You see she goes in to hug you. Do you let her?
Yes, I would try and, slowly because I imagine I don't want to phase through her.
Yeah, you don't feel her. You feel like you can just go straight through her. She seems to be. It looks like she can feel you though. There is a weird warmness, but also coldness to it. And as you're hugging her, you see, you feel something within you change, and you see behind your mother, all of your old adventuring crew, your father, all standing there. And
Oh,
they're just watching.
she's gonna like put a hand over her mouth just because there are people sleeping, and she's gonna cry.
No, your mother continues to hug you,
Aww.
and yeah, she slowly fades away, but you feel her presence always with you. You feel your friend's presence always with you. And you also gain something else. You
Ooh.
gain your normal features upon leveling up. But I'm gonna send you a thing. You gain a separate feature. One specific to Ravenloft, which is kind of the continent that you're on. You can choose to tell people about this. You can choose not to. Dawn fully understands all of these abilities and all the new abilities that she gets with her level up. But this is what you get.
To read that a bit more later, but
yeah, you can read that later. But yeah, that's a new feature that you have. And yeah, everyone can come back now. And you will fall asleep after this. Hello.
Well, hello, yes, I am back.
Ah!
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, technical difficulties. It wouldn't let me just jump back in. I had to disconnect and reconnect.
Oh, it's all good.
But with that, with you all going to sleep, and whatever happened to Dawn happened. The viewers know and you don't. I'm going to end the episode there.
How dare you?
hey,
No! Dawn, are you okay?
hee hee.
Don't just say hee hee! This is rude. I like it though. Good episode.
I enjoyed so much lore.
Mm.
I hope the viewers like this. I know this is what at least two of the players like. I hope that Feli, you also like this.
Yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, lore is my biggest reward for context in the video for the viewers. It is what I like, is what my players clearly like. But anyway, thank you all for watching. You can check us out on all of the places linked in the description below. Does anyone else have anything else to say?
I have a YouTube channel called Coffee Avenger, and I try and upload monthly. That doesn't always work. You should check me out. I do primarily video gaming, but I kind of also just do whatever the hell I want. So yeah.
Oh, also our Discord. Go there. We've also been discussing maybe streaming games in the future, but we don't know yet.
Yeah,
But
true.
yeah, you can find out about that on the Discord.
Absolutely.
But anyway, thank you and goodbye.
Yes,
Bye.
goodbye.